to all, I'm Sakshi and I learn in 7th standard, and today I'm telling you about my likes and dislikes, so I hope that everybody will listen to me carefully. First I'll tell you my likes. I like reading books, writing poems, visiting new historical places and watching good movies. I also like shopping, singing, dancing and listening music. About my singing, my favorite singers are Lata Didi, Kishore Das, Sonu Nigam and Shreya Ghoshal. About my dancing, my favorite dancers are Hrithik Roshan and Ganesh Reddy. Now I'll tell you my dislike. I dislike lazy, liars and those people who comment on others. I also dislike late people who always get late everywhere. So I'll tell you the next dream is, my dream is to get a standing ovation at an international conference where I'll represent India. I like it best to go on stage and give a perfect speech. My uncle is in IFS, it means the Indian Foreign Service. I too want to represent India in other countries and I want to work for our country. About my passions are writing poems, stories, acting and elocution. Now I'll tell you my third dream is I want to become a police. I want to catch the criminals in red-handed and win a gold medal for catching out the international gangster. I am as strong as anyone. My sister says I am very good at finding out the truth and I will be kind with good people in trouble, and I think those qualities will make me a good police officer. About my passions are writing poems, stories. Now I will tell you the importance of English. Firstly, Smita is discussing the importance of English with her mother. Firstly, Smita said, "Mama, why is it important to learn English language?" Then mother said, "My dear child, English has become the most important language of the world today. A person lacks behind in the madness of competition without knowing English. English is required if we want to take up a decent job. English is needed when you sit and talk with sophisticated people. One can talk with foreigners without knowing English. And English is required in every field and sphere." Then Smita said, "But Mama, some of my any friends say that we must give importance to our national language Hindi and we should not speak English at all." Then mother said, "It's right that Hindi is a national language and we must respect it, but we should not disregard in other important languages of the world. As it makes us to look, as it improves our personalities." Then Smita said, "But Mama, how does English language improves our personalities?" Then mother said, "Well Smita, English language enhances our personalities. It makes us to look decent, sophisticated and attractive. You may see the difference between the English speaking people and the non-English speaking people. The non-English speaking people will look inferior to English speaking people." Then I will tell you the next topic is a talk about reading newspaper. Rahul and Vijay are having a talk about reading newspaper. Firstly, Rahul said, "I don't like to read newspaper because I don't understand a complicated language. Now how can I just reading newspaper when I can't understand it?" Then Vijay said, I understand that newspaper eliminates or ignores about the world affairs, but I can't understand the language of the newspaper." Then Rahul said, then Vijay said, "In fact, you don't understand the structure of the government and its formation. That's why you are not able to understand the structure of the government. You must read a book on political science and understand the parliamentary process and formation to the government." Then Rahul said, "But I am only 13 years old at present. Should I start a newspaper now?" Then Vijay said, "The earlier the better. By gaining knowledge about the worldly affairs, you become a wiser person than before." Then I'll tell you the next topic is the child's interview for the admission. Firstly, Mr. Abraham said, "Good afternoon, ma'am." Then principal says, "Good afternoon. Please take your seat." Then Mr. Abraham said, "Thank you. Actually, I come here for admission of my son. So kindly tell me the admission procedure." Then principal says, "In our school, we give the admission only on the merit basis. We charge very nominal fee, but they provide the education of international standard. You can see the prospects." Then Mr. Abraham said, "It's a good school, no doubt. So kindly tell me, when will they take a test of my child?" Then the principal said, "You please wait in the reception hall. I will take a test of your child." Then principal asked some questions for Sandy. First question is, who was the first woman Prime Minister of India? Then Sandy says, "Mrs. Indira Gandhi." Then second question is, principal said, "How many total tenses are in English language?" Then Sandy said, "There is total 12 tenses are in English language." Then principal said, There are total 12 tenses are in English language." Then principal said, "Sandy, do you know any poem?" Then Sandy said, "Yes, I know poem." Then principal said, "Recite it." And then Sandy said, "Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky." Then principal says, "Very good, Sandy. Tell your father you are selected for the admission." Then Sandy says, "Thank you, ma'am." So thank you. And thank you all for listening carefully, and thank you, sir, for giving me a chance to speak here.